Aí. Bom dia, boa tarde. Boa noite. Ó. Vai esse óculos aqui, né? Tira. Vamos continuar aqui o Kingdom Come Deliverance. Aqui nessa tela mesmo. Vamos ontem, acho que a gente tava no Godwin, era? Tava pra convencer lá os... Ver se a rapaziadinha não ficar esperando, né? Sigismundo fazer o que bem querer. Ele pode ser o que está arranhado, hein? Vai. Esquele real e oficial é esse aqui, ó. Tendo tudo em 480p aqui, ó. 80p. Esse aqui que é o pisquele de verdade, verdadeiro. É. De perto até que eu vejo bem. Não é pra longe.
I'll tell you, nobody has the best.
Not even Bocek?
Not even Bocek. He's a great lord.
That's hard to believe.
Martin likes to exaggerate. He was talking about the sorry nags even when they belonged to someone else.
Nags? What nags? These are the best.
Só ver aqui, cadê? Apoio da Leidiana. É importante para É esse lugar aqui. Apesar de todas as fofocas da morte prematura do seu marido, ela mantém uma reputação de uma mulher inteligente, negociadora experiente por mérito próprio. Sua habilidade pode ser útil para os aliados quanto seu dinheiro. Haman Alder também seria um aliado valioso, embora fosse conselheiro de Gutenberg, ele veio para Rabosh no momento em que Sigismundo estava realizando uma missão, uma reunião fora da cidade. Isso é uma reunião na cidade. E diz algo sobre sua lealdade à coroa. A aliança na casa Constante, lá, liberado pelo Sir Boschek, poderia trazer muitos benefícios. É um homem respeitado, rico, cuja palavra tem grande peso entre os outros senhores.
East of Prague.
I'd like to check your horses out and see if they're as good as you say.
Ha, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them.
Era aí, pô.
Well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to harass my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Older.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
Sou educado.
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up then. What are you doing here?
We'll talk later and in private. Right now we have more important things to attend to.
Don't try my patience.
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, He was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches.
Continua assim ainda.
I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Older.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
Mas isso não.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence. I can have a word in private with Lord Odorin, the second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson, and he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame, as always. Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out, you'll see.
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back.
You don't know which end of that thing is up!
Hey, who taught you that?
You fight like an old hag!
Bastard! Sacre! You're fast.
What's wrong with your legs? Left arm lower! Swing with your whole arm!
Did they teach you that in the seminary? Not bad for a priest.
Stand firm! Otherwise the first strike will put you on your arse! Look in my eyes, not at my sword!
Foi aqui combo. Cima, esquerda, esquerda, direita. Caralho. Um mais simples, não? Baixo, baixo, direita.
Cover your right side! You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through! Se usted ponieres non vam nocete!
Enough. That will do.
Ei, Christopher.
My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. But you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the Archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
The first time he took me hunting, he let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
Será que eu falo com...
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me and tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Confia que ele não vai fazer merda. Que ele ficou com raiva aí porque a gente venceu dele. Tá se fazendo só de amigo aí.
May I have a word with you, sir?
You? Anytime. With you, at least, there's some sensible conversation. Unlike this pack of conceited upstarts.
What do you think about Jobst?
Are you testing me? Jobst called this assembly and he wants things to turn out well. We have to trust him.
To turn out well for whose benefit, though? Some are up to their elbows in silver and blood, so others can live in freedom.
Better make sure you're among the latter, then. And in the meanwhile, help the former to keep their losses to a minimum.
Young Lord Capon is finally free again. Let's hope he'll take better care of himself now.
Difícil isso aí, viu?
Lesson. But at least he might remember to lay off that tomfoolery of his for a while. But if not, war will make a man of him soon enough.
Do you think there's really going to be a war? I mean a proper one, not just sitting around and talking about it.
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around risks nothing. It's time to get off our...
Ó, então ele vai apoiar a gente, hein?
Have you got something against the Kuttenberg nobles?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung. But thanks to the royal mines, they were born with silver spoons up their asses. And they think that can turn their blood blue.
But surely they're not all like that. And they are our allies.
Allies or not, someone ought to show them their place.
Godwin, you wouldn't be avoiding me.
Ainda não.
We didn't have much time for conversation on the way here. Let's rectify that.
With pleasure, sir. As it happens, there's something I'd like to ask you. I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, But not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be now.
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him eternal rest. Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child. No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't matter who kneaded the dough, as long as there's a pie in the oven.
Godwin.
Well, it could be a miracle. Praise the Lord! What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
Take a look at that.
Greetings to you, friend.
Exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
You fucking fucker! I can't even take a piss without scratching my balls all bloody!
We're trying to forge an alliance against our common enemy.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men at arms? If not, you can...
Calma, rapaz, deixa eu conversar.
A few thousand men at arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet.
How can I persuade you?
I need guarantees of security. I don't want to end up like Rutard.
Of course. Once it comes to protecting property, ideals go out the window.
You can talk, since you haven't got a pot to piss in yourself. If you were in my position, you'd think differently. I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So you need guarantees that you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
What's wrong with him? He's young, he's handsome, women are fighting over him. Yitka will like him, and he'll give her a whole bunch of children.
And to half the wenches in his domain too, eh?
É detalhe, meu amigo.
The Lords of Litha have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
So, will you support our plan?
You're selling the skin of a boar that's still grunting. First, I want a confirmation that the wedding will take place as soon as possible.
And what if Lord Capon refuses?
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Então, meu amigo.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
Young Lord Capon is going to get married.
If he's got some noble's daughter pregnant, I'll have his hide. I'm not going to support some bastard.
You misunderstood my meaning. I was the one who arranged the betrothal. I mean, with your blessing.
You arranged a marriage for my ward? Just like that? With who?
With the niece of Sir Butchek, Lord of Kunstadt. Her name's Yitka.
Butchek of Kunstadt? The Butchek of Kunstadt? Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Ratte parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to you, and to your parlaying skills.
Citada, viu? Ó. Então, meu amigo.
Sir Butchek, your niece Yitka can start preparing for her wedding.
So Hanush agreed, without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank you, Lord of Kunstadt.
Enough formality. We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka and the unhappy Lord Capon.
Here's to a good bargain.
I think I should stop drinking. A jug of wine, thanks.
Eu não tinha que conhecer. Por que não tá marcando aqui o lugar que ela tá? Ah, ela aqui.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something I'd like to ask of you.
God be with you. What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that. But what do you want my money for?
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ. Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine. And beneficial deals.
Who did you learn from? In my experience, women usually learn other skills.
I acquired the basics from my husband. God rest his soul. And the rest I learnt quickly, as soon as others started sniffing around his estate. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Você tem dinheiro, minha filha?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on two fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason.
O que você quer, mulher?
Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Who's that?
Harman Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
And these papers I'm supposed to switch, what do they concern?
My relatives somehow dug up some trade contracts between myself and certain undesirable parties.
You were dealing with the enemy.
They were not the enemy at the time. My conscience is clear, but I'll rest easier when those papers are in my hands.
I'm supposed to rob an ally.
Harman Alder was given the documents to deliver to the council. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them, so he won't even notice the difference.
And the papers I'm supposed to plant on Alder?
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace, it would arouse suspicion.
Have you fallen out with the town councillor?
No. Alder is innocent in the matter. My relatives from the House of Bartosz are behind it all. They're disappointed that I dared outlive my husband, and the fact that I'm handling his estates makes their hair stand on end.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed.
Mas você sabe de tudo, né, mulher?
Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Não dá pra ler não os documentos que ela me deu. Tá bom. E aí, React? Boa tarde, meu mano.
Take a look at that. A nice
Vai estar chapado de cachaça já, filho.
What brings you here? Don't you want to leave already?
Eu devia ter esperado ele sair de perto, pra ele não me ver. Já foi.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it to everyone.
Lady, with all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
Yes, quite. But let's drink to our bargain, Godwin.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid I've had more than my fill already. I wouldn't want to cause a scandal.
Wise. No matter, I shall drink a toast alone. But to your health.
I'm still hoping it works out and we walk out of here with a clear plan. But maybe you were right. It was probably not the best idea to gather all the lords under one roof.
At other times, I would celebrate hearing you admit a mistake, Margrave. But if I were you, I wouldn't lose faith just yet. Sometimes all you need to do is send the right man to
I've got some good news and some bad news for you.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damned place. There's some old bat standing there with 2 young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
Actually, never mind.
At least the wine here is decent. Cheers!
I'd better slow down, or I won't live to see the morning.
Ah, what can one expect from a man of the cloth?
Eu não vou falar pra ele. Deixa o tio dele se virar aí com ele. O maluco.
We can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bocek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them? Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
Yes! The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslas, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Morreu agora, porra.
Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
O que esse merda vai fazer agora? De volta a ser garçom agora, né? Vamos ver o que é que o Sigismundo tá fazendo lá.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wencesla's side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
I apologize, sire. I'll do everything in my power to...
All I hear from you over and over again are excuses and prevarication. And results? None. I therefore placed the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt von Aulitz, who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have to restore order in the city and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Rapaz, quando o rei fala, todo mundo baixa a cabeça, né?
The council is dismissed. You don't go anywhere, boy.
No?
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you were harsh, and rightfully so. These councillors. They need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long.
Me admira esse maluco não lembrar da nossa cara.
Of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend.
Ouvindo o monástico.
Our army is falling apart, and we have
Cara,
enemies here on all.
tava vermelha.
Would we had a proper army instead of
Não se viu errado.
They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year.
Pá, acertei, toma.
If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace, at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that bread.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment.
O fresco que ele fica chamando por outros nomes, mano.
Maybe.
Acho que o tinto é o da jarra vermelha mesmo.
Conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his footsteps, sire, as soon as you get the chance.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king.
Thank you, sire. You are too magnanimous.
Why? You did a good job. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, your majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosch. Odorin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosch will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosch falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
No, sire. It would be inappropriate for me to drink with you. I apologize.
As you wish. To your health, Marquardt. And to our upcoming victory.
Esse maluco é desconfiado. E, porra, como é que esse cara não reconhece a gente, meu irmão? A gente também... Ele viu a gente só de longe no primeiro jogo ou a gente lutou contra ele? Eu não lembro agora. Pô. Ah, tá.
Irish priest has point of view, sweating as we hold him, nearly drops his soul to Alleluia Domini, Alleluia Domini.
Godwin! Something.
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our joint success. As they say, all's well that ends well. So, to brighter tomorrows.
Touching.
Come now. What's become of your poetic soul?
I never had one.
Truly? Not even a little?
Not a bit. I'm just a cynical old pragmatist.
In that case, in quite simple and pragmatic terms, the wine has run out.
Fuck! I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread after all that gabbing.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady on his legs, he can't make it as far as the keg.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father surely has something better stored away. I had my eye on him all evening. He had pictures brought from somewhere for himself and his closest friends, and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those pictures for us, eh? I'm sure you can manage that.
You can bet on it. I've got a nose for booze.
I don't doubt it. Get sniffing quick.
É, meus amigos, a vida de plebeu é uma peste, meu irmão. A bala sai arrombando. Servindo vinho pro inimigo. O que acha isso? Meu amigo.
Until then, Sigismund's men can trample over us one after another.
Nossa.
The girls or the piglet? I drank many under the table. Even the notorious.
How'd you like her wine, Chevalier?
The art of winemaking has a long tradition in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son, and each generation brings them to perfection. I myself was practically raised on wine. How many I have tasted. Even the French royal court took note of my refined taste. The king himself had wine delivered for his table according to my advice.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur here,
best barrels. Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, the taste is of little consequence. Give me 100 nights in
Não consigo enxergar merda nenhuma, como é que eu vou saber qual vinho bom, qual é o ruim aqui?
Everybody likes a drop of white. The rat'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudart. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. He wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to the celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Tá que pariu, é o Von Bergon, filho. Acho que o Henry tá bem, não dele tá mesmo. Gente, ficou são na hora o cara.
quick.
He's had it. Come to me,
Isso.
someone! Like a sieve! He's had it. You're mine! Come to me, someone! Like a sieve! Now you're mine, you bastard! Are you waiting for orders from your wife? To hell! Bad luck! He's had
Mais ainda?
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Fuck me. Did my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin!
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone all right?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
Aí deu Josh mesmo.
Slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but not everyone was so lucky.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting scarce. We should lay low until Jobst gets back.
I'll gladly play dead for a while. Be so kind. And don't speak of the dead.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
My younger brother.
Oh, porra.
You've known him for half a day, so what?
Shut up!
But leave him be. He's right. I just met my brother. Only to lose him again.
I'm sorry. I really am. God grant him eternal life.
Thanks. Once we're done here, I'll give him a funeral.
That is the least you can do for him.
I tried to come as soon as possible and warn you, but von Bergov's people beat me here.
You knew he was coming.
He wanted Odorin. He probably had no idea they'd find most of Sigismund's enemies here in one place.
I bet he couldn't believe his fucking luck.
And Sigismund will be moving at a gallop. We have to be really careful now. One wrong move, he'll hang the lords.
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish quarter. That is, he ordered it, more like.
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people there. They could reveal a lot.
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs in the hall. At least he's safe here.
They're our allies. We have to help them.
What do you mean by we? Everyone here is lucky to be still breathing.
I can just see them all jumping to their feet and rush to save their poor Jews.
Maybe Samuel will figure something out. He wanted to talk to you anyway.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi. You should go and see them as soon as possible. And tell Liechtenstein too.
Anyway, we've got work to do. Godwin?
Give me a moment. I'll go and see Christopher first. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know. I'll be with Christopher.
O que você tá fazendo aqui, cachorro? Peraí só um minutinho, só pra eu ver uma parada aqui. Já volto. Aí. Cadê? Simbora.
Jesus Christ. Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Von Owlet surprised even Sigismund with that. You should have seen the look on the king's face when he told him.
Well, thank God we all survived.
Well, not all of us. Young Odorin, Anna of Volstein, and several other nobles are dead. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We'll figure out a way to help them.
But how? Our plans are ruined.
Sei lá, você que é o cara dos planos, porra.
Winning doesn't help anyone.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. Very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join.
Search. Sit and stay.
Did I not tell you should not come here?
You did.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Sam.
Two of us.
Just tell.
Que idade é essa aí?
You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
Irmãozinho, né, pô?
Stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How did...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us then?
Nothing. Proof perhaps that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now that I know I will never see him, it troubles me that I did not get to know him.
I can tell you about him if you want. But now is not the right time. This is not the end. We have to go to Kuttenberg, now. Sigismund ordered confiscation of the property of people in the Jewish quarter.
The king has approved Xere.
He's no king to me. He's a fucking whoreson.
What's a Gezerah?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come.
Every man
and
counts.
Liechtenstein already knows about it too.
Very well. We should get going right away.
Let's not waste time.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too, if you know what I mean, but,
Could you stop blabbering already? We don't have the time.
Easy, Ingele. And you, sir, if you can, come with us and help us.
All right. But could you please tell me what the fuck is going on?
I'll explain to you on the way. Time is running out.
Are you coming too, Sir John?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea? No offense, sir, but you're no great warrior.
I'm not. But I'm not just going to sit here and wait, either.
All right, then. Let's go.
Nesse passo aí, meu amigo.
Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
Would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. And I just got ailed up so nicely.
Todo dia você faz isso.
That is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
And everyone else too. Don't forget that.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
Are you surprised? It's all my fault. If they weren't helping me...
That droid of Sigismund, may his name be erased, would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
Samuel, what was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
It may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. But like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time.
Then we better hurry up.
All right. Schnell, schnell.
Ia ter mais algum diálogo? Não. Se tivesse mais algum diálogo, aí os caras estão de sacanagem. Não teve nada demais, né? Eles podiam já ter cortado essa cena toda.
What's the matter? Why are we stopping?
We will walk from here. We cannot drive right into those murderers' arms.
But how do we get into the town then?
We will go through Sherwill.
There are many abandoned mine shafts under the town. One of them ends here.
Won't it collapse on our heads?
We'll find out soon enough.
Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found a passage.
Mas essa galera tá na má vontade de chegar lá.
You just say?
Oh, nothing. I'm just blabbering.
I dare you to say that again. Loud and clear.
You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up a little, curva. My arse is getting numb.
Esses caras não tão preocupadão com o bairro, pelo amor de Deus. Que isso? Não tão preocupado mesmo.
Not this way. Liechtenstein went another way.
Não, ele bugou. Esse que é o problema.
We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone. What about us? You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon Tavern. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Shouldn't someone come with you, just in case? How about Kubienka here? Henry and I can handle it.
Well, if you insist.
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
This way, Henry. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, people in other towns will die too.
How can a few pieces of parchment be that important? And what do they contain, anyway?
Nothing very pleasant for the most part. Who hates who? Who could be blackmailed with what? Who's hiding where and why? In short, nothing I can afford to lose. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding the place. But who knows what the situation is like in the streets now.
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
More than once, I reckon.
A lot more, I can tell you. But I admit, I was afraid every single time. Damn it.
What's the matter?
The door leading up to the tavern is open. Samuel's men wouldn't have left it like this. Somebody else must have got in.
I'll go upstairs and see if anyone is still there.
I hope so. If they took anything from down here, they mustn't get out alive. I'll gather up my things in the meantime. I'll meet you outside the tavern.
Sarafaca no Moisés.
I ain't never seen none.
This don't look like no spy's lair.
Não tinha nada de valioso com eles? Tinha roubado os papel, porra. Vai. Mataram todo mundo mesmo.
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right. Sam, you're back already? How does it look outside? A few of the cutthroats got in over the walls, but we dealt with them. But there are more outside the gate. 4 of them were here in the tavern, too.
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important. But your friends paid for it with their lives.
What?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, Henry here has already taken care of those cutthroats.
But they didn't look like they just came to the tavern by chance. Eric must have sent them. What about your mother? Is she all right?
She is, thank God. I told her to get ready, and we would come for her right away.
I'm really sorry about your friends. We got here too late.
There was nothing you could do. Benavis Hamartes. This Eric is really pissing me off. I've never laid eyes on him, yet I cannot wait to wring his neck.
Well, there'll be plenty of time for that later. We have to go now.
I'm sure Mama is waiting for us. We have to take her to the shul.
You go ahead. I'll lock the tavern and block the secret passageway so no one else can get in.
But sir, if any more of them come here,
I can take care of myself. Now go. God be with you.
I have to help him. Bring Ma here.
Onde é que tá a mãe dele, porra? Eu vou saber onde é que a mãe dele mora? Tá, peste mesmo.
Oi, Himmel! What's the matter? Where's Sam?
Don't worry, ma'am. He sent me to take you to him.
Mein Gott! What happened to him?
Nothing. He's out on the street helping the wounded. Let's go now. We're out of time.
Wait! Who are you anyway?
My name is Henry, and I'm a friend of Sam's. I was the one who warned him Sigismund was coming for you.
Thank you. I just hope we can escape before...
Watch out! More are coming! Run to the back. It might be safer there.
What's going on?
Sam, are you all right?
I'm fine, but we will talk when you are safe. Now run!
We have to get to the synagogue. But how?
Through the backyards. Follow me.
You haven't a chance, bastard!
Watch out! They're shooting at us!
Era esse aqui do arco, meu irmão. Caralho, o maluco fugiu. Como é que ela foi? Aí, rapaz. Isso. Desgramada, meu amigo, me espere.
We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
We're gonna get you!
Place is clear now. Come inside. Mommy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive. We can talk later. Now we have to go.
Cara, tropeçou na mulher. Esse bagulho de morrer pra sangramento é feio demais, pô. Porque o cara só... Parece cena do Chaves, meu irmão. O cara dá um piripaque, meu irmão, e cai no chão.
What is it, fuckers? Rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Caralho, ele é bom na briga, hein? Caralho.
Go inside. Quick.
Só tem cachaça nos coros, mas...
The fucking task.
Bora lá, irmãozinho.
To see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No, I just don't want to die here alone.
Oh, rapaz.
There they are. Well, now we're really fucked.
Agora que o negócio tá ficando bom.
Get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
Agora que tá ficando bom as coisas.
Come on, then. Bleeding like a stock pig. Yeah, smash his faces. Fight them up. Hey, I need a hand here. Hell with you, you scum.
show you stuff.
Count up! Don't forget me! Take that fucker out!
Uma cutscene aí, ó.
Everyone's inside! Henry, come on! Let's go!
Tem uma transiçãozinha mais suave de cutscene, né? Eu pensei que meu jogo ia crashar ali. Oxi.
Let's go. It's this way.
Damn, that was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Vou mais te falar, viu? Os cenários do jogo tá bonito pra caralho, meu irmão. Olha isso. Caramba. Tá bonito. E aí, meu amigo? Como é que você tá?
So, are you sober yet?
More than I would like. You know, Henry, I've been through a lot of battles, but this one was real shitty. Like defending a village that's under attack by other villages.
Well, I'd say one side was a bit more innocent than the other.
I suppose so, but still. Yesterday, this bunch of idiots would never dream of attacking anyone. And today, putting such bloody-mindedness into people's heads. Oh, it is all too easy.
What now? Are you going back to the Devil's Den?
Why do you ask? Do you want to come with me?
Agora não.
Yeah. I've still got work to do here.
Go on. I will wait here.
What are you talking about? About our dead. We cannot just leave them lying around here.
Tem pra falar com esse povo.
I almost didn't make it to you.
We are all right. Bezras Hashem. But I was...
Ah, foi o casal que eu salvei lá na hora, né?
For helping us. For Pikayech Nefish. Unfortunately, that is all we can give you. Just our thanks.
That's all right. Good luck.
To you too, young man. What is your name, anyway?
Henry of Skalitz.
Henry, if you are ever in Colin and you need something, we will be sure to help you.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Have a safe journey. And God be with you.
Yehi rotzen milfonecha Adonai Eloheinu. Velohei avoseinu shetolichenu lesholem.
Sei gesund.
Vocês também.
Where is Miriam? Where is she?
Adonai nachaloso veyonuach al mishkovo besholem. Don't worry, even if that happens, we'll be able to pull the wire.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, lad. I thank you for everything.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Mein Gott, boy, have you not helped us enough already? Now we have to manage on our own.
I know this might not be the best time, but do you think we could talk about Martin?
What? You know my Martin.
I do. He's, well, he's my father.
Borjasem.
I mean, not actually by blood, but he raised me.
Meinen Sie's Kindele. Tell me.
What?
How is he?
He died. It's only been a few months.
Oh, the hen of Schutzurara, it's Roy Hayem.
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma and... well, they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet Samuel.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went schlock of schlock.
So what happened that made Martin leave you?
My Martin would never leave me. My father found out we were seeing each other and did his best to drive him away. To marry a goy is isur deoraisa, forbidden. But Martin would not give in, and we kept seeing each other, until one day I was uvore.
That means pregnant.
Yes. My father knew that if word got out, he would not be able to avoid the shame. So he did not miss a beat and took me out of town in secret. I did not even have time to tell Martin the news. I was gone for almost 4 years. In the meantime, my father told everyone that he had married me off. But my husband died. And he only let me come back when he was sure people had accepted it.
Did Martin not go looking for you when you suddenly disappeared?
People said he did go looking for me, even as far as Colin. But he did not find out anything at all.
If only he had gone all the way to Prague.
Even if he went to the very edge of the world, it would not have been enough. Father would have hidden me somewhere else.
And what about you? Did you ever find another man after that?
No. My father called me a widow, so I stayed a widow.
And he didn't try to find anyone else for you?
You know he did, but it never worked out. I made sure of that.
And did you ever go looking for Martin?
I asked around, but no one remembered anything. Or they chose not to. That was probably my father's doing too. And I could not just leave and go looking for him around the world. I had to take care of Samuel. That was the most important thing.
All right. That's about it.
Before you go, tell me, what was Martin like as a father?
Well, he was strict with me, but not too much. Especially in the forge, he worked me hard. I dream about him quite often. About that last day and what he said to me while we were forging a sword together. He said a life of adventure can be over before it begins. And that blacksmithing might be a dull job, but I'll keep my head on my neck.
He was absolutely right.
Well, look at me now.
You saved all our lives. Martin would be proud of you. He raised you well.
I'm sorry to keep you this long, but... well, I never thought I'd have a brother, even if not related by blood.
Well, I did not expect that either. And thank you, my almost brother. If it was not for you, I do not know how today would have ended. What are your plans now?
I'll go back to the Devil's Den, to Zizka and the others. We need to figure out what to do next.
I will see you there then. But first, I have to escort everyone to Colleen. I do not want anything to happen to them on the way.
Everything should be all right now.
Take care of yourselves, dear brother. I will see you this time tomorrow at the Devil's Den.
Have a safe journey.
Sei gesund.
managed to get the documents. What's next for you? Will you go to Jobst or come with us to the Devil's Den?
I've been thinking about it, and the time for spying is over. There's no one to convince, no one to break, no one to blackmail.
So what then? You going home?
Not yet. Actually, I'll escort these people first. I feel responsible for what happened, and maybe I can at least make up for it a little bit.
But we still have a lot of work to do. We could surely use a spy master.
A spy master is of no use without his network. Only a few of my people are still here, and I wouldn't bet my life on any of them.
Well, that doesn't matter. Maybe you could be useful in other ways.
No, Henry, I played and I lost. Now it's up to the rest of you.
All right. Have it your way. Have a safe journey, Sir John of Liechtenstein. God be with you.
And with you, Henry of Skalitz. Take care.
Tô safado. Bora. É a missão lá na Toca do Diabo mesmo.
I wanted to ask you... Well...
Cara, eu encontrei eles, mano. Isso.
Oi. Great. Those fools use the pass.
That's a crock.
But perhaps if they didn't.
And how will it help us fight?
All you have to do is... I have a feeling she might be the way to try telling her the password.
All right.
Cara, tem outra coisa lá? Não tem, velho. Não tô ficando maluco, não. Já fui lá naquela herbalista, já falei a senha. Os caras disseram que ia fugir, ia-se embora. Vai ter sido emboscada.
All right. We can go to the Devil's Den.
Fantastic! The more people riding together, the merrier. That applies not only to roads, but also to wenches.
Well, let's just stick to the roads for now.
Se isso muito em cai morre lá no The Witcher 3, a transição de cena no meio da luta era abrupta. Que é o maior problema de The Witcher. Aliás, acho que o maior problema de The Witcher foi isso. Só isso que encontro pra reclamar do jogo.
Over here, friend. Come and talk to me.
Você quer, homem?
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyak for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon as you can.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you the message.
Eu vou lá.
Greetings, Henry.
Morning, Captain. I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck! Where are they now?
Oh, Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next.
Well, Samuel said he wants to be around for that, and we should wait for him.
I see. But if he's gone to Colin, he won't be back till tomorrow. Oh well, at least we'll have time to get everything ready.
All right. I'll come tomorrow then.
I'm at your side. It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Olha lá, viu? The Witcher 3, os problemas que o jogo tinha. Tem muito tempo que eu joguei. Para os problemas que o jogo tinha. Eu confesso que eu nem me lembrava disso aí que você falou das cutscenes aí. Acho que a única coisa que eu me lembro assim de chato mesmo no The Witcher 3 foi coisa chata assim que eu me lembrava do The Witcher 3 mesmo, era só aquela questão das interrogações que era demais lá. Principalmente, acho que era na região lá de Skellig, sei lá. Skellig, aliás. Skellig. Na região de Skellig lá. Tinha muita interrogação e pra besteira só, tá ligado? Pô, pegar baú, os baús que não tinha nada de importante, basicamente. Onde que eu me lembro de coisa assim meio chata do The Witcher. E de resto... não lembro de nada muito específico, não. Na batalha foi ruim, do nada entra um fade in e você toma cutscene. Isso eu realmente achei ruim. Não, é. Pior que é um bagulho comum, viu? Pior que é um bagulho comum. Acho que você já deve ter visto isso aí em outros jogos também, hein, John? E, pô, aqui no Kingdom tem... Teve... Geralmente jogo que tem muita... Jogo de luta, né? De ação, assim, que não... Tem muita cutscene que entra, assim, após uma luta, geralmente tem esse problema. Cara, parece que não consegue encaixar esse bagulho direito no jogo. Sempre é esquisita a transição. Tá lá de boa, lutando do nada, cortou a cutscene lá. Esquisito mesmo. Esquisito não, é mal feito na real. Esse é um bagulho mais, sei lá, mais suave, não sei. Não sei como é que eles podiam fazer não, mas do jeito que tá é ruim. É melhor fazer alguma coisa em game, sei lá. E depois levemente levar pra cutscene. É muito abrupto essas coisas, não sou muito fã. Não, é ruim pra caralho. Assim, a gente agradece em jogos que é só no combate que acontece isso. E naqueles jogos que, tipo, você tá andando aí do nada dá esse corte esse corte abrupto aí em cena normal, tá ligado? Você só tá andando, sei lá. Vai até tal região, e você vai andando até tal região, do nada assim tem aquele corte seco. Não é um, sei lá, não tem um efeito bonitinho de transição entre a cena e a cutscene. Aí que é pior ainda, pô. Tem um bocado de jogo que é desse jeito. Jogo grande, principalmente.
Greetings to you as well. Well, come to your senses yet?
Falar em coisa estranha, ô John. Eu fui prestar atenção, né, naquela intro lá da segunda temporada. Os caras meteram sei lá, aqueles personagens 3D ali. De fato, a intro do anime é boa pra caralho da segunda temporada. Só eu tomei foi um susto lá. Na hora que eu prestei atenção lá no finalzinho, pô. Aí começa, tipo, ele corta, né? Termina a intro, aí dá, tipo, fica uma tela preta e do nada entra os personagens, os principais, né? Lá, o triozinho. Entra eles três em um 3D lá, tipo, meio realista, sei lá da porra. Digo, ué, o anime agora vai ser... o anime vai ser em 3D agora, aí do nada, e corta de novo a cena e começa o episódio. Eu digo, oxi.
Greetings. What brings you here so early in the morning?
I'm here. I'm sure you have another job for me.
I do, but not just any job. Dies Irae is upon us. We'll finally hit Sigismund where it hurts the most. We'll cut off the flow of silver into his purse.
Sounds like you want to shut down his mines.
Aye, that's exactly what I'm planning to do. Well, what we're planning. And you'll be the most important figure on the board.
What do you mean?
As you already found out, the flow of silver is the reason why Sigismund laid siege to the city. If we take that reason away from him, he'll have no choice but to leave.
If you put it simply like that, I reckon you're right.
Can I count on you?
Aren't you afraid of the gallows?
What's one human life compared to the importance of saving the entire kingdom? Someone would have to rat us out. And I don't think any one of us would do such a thing.
How do you want to do it?
With the combination of modern science and some good old hellfire.
Could you be a little less cryptic?
We're going to blow the place sky high.
Why me of all people?
You're reliable, Henry. You've proven yourself. Besides, I've heard you've been down in a mine already. It won't be anything new to you.
I still don't exactly know what it is you want me to do.
Do you know what black powder is?
I've had the pleasure. A lot of smell, smoke and noise.
One barrel should be more than enough for our purposes.
A whole barrel?
We need to collapse the adits, and to be sure it'll work. Your job will be to get your hands on the powder and bring it to the mine.
You can count on me. Do you know where I could start?
I know exactly where. Ask the gun forger, Eldris. He's one of the Kuttenberg councillors, and one of Sigismund's men. If there's anyone that knows where to get black powder, it'd be him. Wouldn't it be the irony of fate that the one behind Sigismund's fall will be one of his allies?
Getting the information out of him won't be easy, but we'll see.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. And remember, I don't want to see any needless violence and bloodshed. We're trying to overthrow a tyrant, but not stain ourselves with mortal sin.
Don't worry, I'm no butcher.
As soon as you have the barrel, head straight to the mine. Goliath and Hog will be waiting for you at the camp near the entrance. Oh, and before I forget, here's a few groschen. Hopefully they'll make your search a bit easier. Take care for now.
Quer dizer que a gente não é assassino, Henry. Vou pegar um pouquinho pesado demais já. Mas... nessa missão a gente não precisa matar.
Well, I reckon you got a better offer for me again.
You're damn right. And not just any offer. So keep your voice down, in case anyone's listening.
Tell me, then.
You've been here for some time now, so I'm sure you've noticed Chenyak is... well... you know.
I don't know. Continue.
Chenyak is a weakling, and too careful for his own good. Always babbling about his ideals, telling our fellas they can't do this and that's not appropriate.
The guild isn't supposed to be a band of killers and thieves. It's about a greater purpose.
Bullshit! Chenyak's the only one that cares about noble causes. The rest of us are here because we'd die on our own. Unless we start bringing in a lot more money, we'll all starve to death anyway. Chenyak is dragging us down.
What are you trying to say?
Psst. I'm trying to say that, in theory, if Chenyak wasn't around, we'd be better off.
What's in it for me?
A lot of groschen, and your share of the sales. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Forget about it. The only one bringing the guild down is you.
Easy now, friend. I was just kidding. You didn't really think I meant it, did you? Let's just go our separate ways and forget this ever happened, eh?
You better not fuck with me, Knuckles.
Farewell.
Dá pra gente contar pro cara aqui que esse cara tá querendo matar ele?
Chenyak, I've got something important to tell you. And it's not good.
The innkeep's got into the wine again? You've got to be kidding.
This is serious. It's about Knuckles.
Oh, what did he call
Ele tava querendo te matar, imbecil.
He even asked if I'd be the one to do it.
And? Will you?
Pô, é por isso que eu tô te contando. Foi.
Of course not.
I'm glad that you told me. And that you didn't actually consider doing it.
What are you gonna do?
Me and the fellas will go and have a serious talk with Knuckles. Then show him the way out of the city. I'm not a traitor like he is, so I'll let him leave on his own. Farewell, good sir.
Você sabe aí como se virar agora. O maninho das armas ficava lá embaixo. CGI depois. É só uma própria pegadinha, eu vou comecei a assistir a temporada nessa madrugada agora. Tava esperando sair mais episódios dublados. Falta só o último sair em português. Pô, eu comecei a assistir em chinês lá, né? E agora eu vou até o final lá assistindo em chinês mesmo. Bagulho esquisito de assistir em chinês. Além de eles falarem muito diferente de japonês, né? Ó, próprio. Eles falam rápido demais, meu irmão. Caralho, as legendas somem rapidão, enfim, em chinês. Tem umas falas lá, meu irmão, que, pô, os caras falam duas palavras que aqui em português são, sei lá, 10, 15. Rapaz, tá certo isso aqui?
Should I go and get something from the kitchen? Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
Greetings, Eldris. Sure you remember me?
Ah, you're the waiter from the court. Was würden Sie brauchen?
A barrel of black powder.
My. Might I know wofür you need it?
I'm here on behalf of the great King Sigismund of Luxembourg himself.
Good. Do you have a letter of assignment?
Of course I do. Stop wasting my time. You wouldn't want to keep Sigismund waiting, would you?
Nicht das, no. I would be happy to oblige the king if I could, but even my supply is not infinite. Unfortunately, I don't have any black powder at the moment. I was robbed recently. Can you believe it?
Por quem, meu amigo? Conta aí, quem roubou?
Isn't there anyone else who makes black powder?
Definitely not here in the city. Es gäbe dann einen Weg, but you cannot tell anyone I told you.
Go on then. My lips are sealed.
My business rival, Whisker of Colin, also supplies black powder to the camp. Ist ein glitschige Schlange, aber that is of no importance to you. More importantly, Whisker drives his wagon north from Colin through Bohonowitz towards the military encampment with a powder in tow. If he were to lose it, he would be in großen Schwierigkeiten.
And I'd have my powder.
Exactly. But like I said, you didn't hear it from me.
You can count on me. Thanks for the help.
Deixa eu ver aí. Fica ruim de entender os nomes. Complicado demais. Não, de fato. Mas eles adaptam os nomes, tipo... Não, né? Acho que eles chamam pelos mesmos nomes, né? Ou você tá falando só de, tipo, poder assimilar com alguém falando em português? Porque os nomes não vão mudar, né? Assistir em português. Entender um pouco melhor. Eu tenho costume de assistir obra chinês, mas eu link aqui. Não sei em chinês mesmo, mas PTBR fica mais fácil. Você grava melhor. Saquei o que você tá falando aí, saquei. É, não, de fato. Eu acho que em português você consegue... Quem que é essa missão aqui? Em português eu acho que você consegue... compreender melhor, né? Gravar o nome ainda é uma bosta mesmo. Em qualquer língua. É muito distante, né, do que a gente tá acostumado com um padrão de nome, pô. A diferença, tipo, sei lá, um Henry com... Como é? Xianli. Porra, aí tá de sacanagem, né, pô? Xianli. Mas de fato. Acho que em português deve ser um pouquinho um pouquinho melhor de assimilar, até pela velocidade de fala, pô. A galera lá em chinês, eles falam rápido demais, cara. Tem certos momentos. Você consegue, tipo, captar por alto, assim, algumas coisas assim, tipo, por exemplo, quando chama nome, né? A gente consegue entender, pelo menos o nome, né? E você vê que, tipo, eles falam rápido pra caralho, tipo, Xiaomi. Aí já embala no resto da frase, assim, você fica, caralho, o maluco tá ligado no 2.0, fi. Ô, no 2x, aliás. O maluco tá ligado no 2x, fi. Quer dizer, eles chamam pelo nome do personagem. É, não, sim. Esse lado aí eu entendo mesmo. O que me quebra, às vezes, da adaptação BR, eu não sei se não é o caso desse aí, né? Porque eu não cheguei a ver. O que me quebra, às vezes, de dublagem BR é que eles... Sei lá, não... Tem hora que não... Pelo menos pra anime, né? Pra alguns animes, assim, que eu assisti, dublados em português, tem umas dublagens que eu não consigo gostar, porque parece que ele não... Sei lá, não combina, tá ligado? A voz do personagem com o personagem. Não sei se faz sentido. Acho que faz sentido, na real. Pra mim não combina. Muitas vezes acontece isso em umas dublagens... Eu acho que de estúdio menor, talvez. Não sei ao certo. É estúdio menor, não sei se é só uma escolha ruim mesmo pra aquele personagem. Mas geralmente eu não consigo gostar muito não da dublagem por causa disso. Mas tem uns casos bons aí, né, pô? Aquele Dan da Dan lá mesmo. É bom pra caralho a dublagem. O próprio Dragon Ball aí, né? Vai que a gente concorde que o melhor não é o melhor anime do mundo, mas a dublagem dele é muito boa. Qual foi o outro anime recente que teve dublado? O Demon Slayer, a dublagem é boa pra caralho, os personagens casam bonitinho com as vozes. Aliás, os dubladores casam bonitinho com os personagens. Tendo o Sakamoto desse com a mina que é do grupo, rola isso. Tô assistindo dublado e não curti, mas eu relevo. Saquei. É, então. Eu geralmente quando sei lá, quando tem a opção de assistir dublado ou legendado, eu prefiro assistir dublado, mas sei lá, tem hora que quando a dublagem não me agrada muito, eu prefiro assistir legendado mesmo, pra evitar a fadiga.
Welcome. What can I do?
Ah, tá, pô, é o Golias que ele tá indo lá, né, pra nossa missão. Ai, cara. Você tem que botar uma atualização urgente aqui com relação a essas missões que são tarefas. Porra. Tinha que botar urgente uma atualização disso aqui, velho. Devia ficar com outro símbolo. Devia ficar, sei lá, tipo... Sei lá, esse ícone aqui igualzinho, sei lá, só que de outra cor, tá ligado? Verde, vermelho, amarelo, enfim. De outra cor. Pra indicar que é uma tarefa e não uma missão secundária. Meio merda isso. Assistindo Solo Leveling dublado e legendado. E ambos ficaram bons. Cara, eu assisti o Solo Leveling, eu assisti legendado a primeira temporada. Quando eu for assistir essa segunda, eu vou pegar ela dublada aí pra ver. Eu não vi não como é que ficou a dublagem do Solo Leveling. Depois eu vou pegar pra assistir essa segunda temporada aí e vou pegar dublado. Já saiu tudo do Solo Leveling ou eles estão lançando ainda? Você tá ligado aí? Não sei se eles já fizeram a segunda temporada toda, se eles ainda estão lançando alguma coisa. Samurai X, a dublagem atual parece que pegaram a equipe anterior toda e colocaram novamente pra trabalhar no anime. Dublado igualzinho ao antigo. Confesso que eu não assisti nada de Samurai X. Aliás, pra não dizer que eu nunca assisti nada de Samurai X, eu assisti o filme. Assisti o primeiro filme deles. Aí é uma adaptaçãozinha que é bem boa, viu? Uma adaptaçãozinha que é bem boa, viu? De anime pra filme é o Samurai X. Eu gostei lá do primeiro filme. Eu não assisti os outros porque eu não assisti mesmo, mas eu gostei do primeiro filme. Não achei que ficou zoado, não. Como tem umas adaptações aí que é merda. Aliás, grande parte das adaptações fica merda pra caralho, né? Já tá saindo legendado. Baixei aqui pra assistir. Tá no 9/13. Não, pera. O Solo Leveling... Não, calma. Tá saindo... Ele tá saindo, né, semanalmente, só que tá saindo legendado. Aí, tipo, se eu não me engano, a dublagem só sai quando sai tudo, né? Quando sai todos os episódios. É isso que você tá falando? Acho que é, né? É, tá sendo lançado ainda, tá. 9/13. Ok. Eu tava vendo uns videozinhos aí. Parece que essa segunda temporada vai acabar com o início do Arco das Formigas, né? Aliás, tô dando spoiler, né? Eu não lembro se tu leu o mangá do Solo Leveling. Vai rolar o Arco das Formigas toda nessa temporada ainda? Ô, louco. Ok. Pô, bom. Vão adaptar uma parte boa então aí. Eu li o mangá, mas não vi o extra que criaram pra complementar a história. Parece que tá saindo um Solo Leveling Ragnarok. Esse eu nem vi, nem sabia da existência. Também não tava sabendo desse aí não, desse Ragnarok aí não que você tá falando. Não faço nem ideia do que é.
So you're in a bit of a pickle, eh?
These damned horses, they got spooked in the forest and this is how it ended up.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain Whisker, would you?
What? Why? Who's asking?
That doesn't matter. What I'm interested in is your cargo. One whole barrel, to be exact.
My God. How did you know about that? Speak up or I'll call for help.
They heard you were having trouble back at camp. So they sent me here to get that barrel before everyone in the region hears about it.
Huh. I had no idea they had such good spies at the camp. All right, Ben, here's the key. Take one of the barrels from the chest in the wagon. Apologize for me back at the camp. I'll come as soon as we get this fixed. My humble respects.
What are we gonna do? Maybe if we pop it with some branches, we could make it work. Wouldn't it be easier to try?
Ele não disse que ia pegar um dos barris aqui da carroça? Entendi. Ah, tá. Pô, mas tá um barril tá dentro da... Né? Entendeu? O barril tá dentro do baú.
You know what they say about
Esse Ragnarok é mais solo leveling, mas o Sung é mais o prota. Saquei. Então, eu li essa parte extra aí que você falou. Cara, lá eles não davam... Não parecia dar margem não pra continuação. Mas vamos ver. Aliás. Dava. Mas dava assim. Dava margem sim. Mas... Sei lá, parecia que tava bom ali do jeito que tava. Não precisava de mais não. Depois eu vou dar uma olhada nesse Ragnarok. Espero que ele não... O autor não esteja forçando a barra. Fazendo uma coisa meia boca só pra ganhar dinheiro, já que ele viu que ficou famoso aí. Se bem que também solo level não é parâmetro pra... pra uma história insana de complexo e tal, não. É bem simplesão. É tudo bem simples, só que bem organizado, basicamente. Um mangá que eu assisti, que eu li um capítulo esses dias aí. Deixa eu ver como é que é o nome. Li só um capítulo dele, mas parece ser bom. Deixa eu ver. Isso aí tá um nome não... O nome tá em japonês, que porra é essa? Ah não, tem aqui em inglês. Atelier of Witch Hat. Vai ser daorinha. Eu li o primeiro capítulo dele, achei bom. Deixa eu ver aqui. Aqui, ó. Eu li o primeiro capítulo dele. Daorinha. Não sei se vai continuar bom, né? Mas o primeiro capítulo dele foi bom. Sobre o quê? Basicamente... É um mundo...
No one's allowed in the shaft except yakkers. Get lost.
Você tem que chegar na surdina, então, aqui. O guarda vai achar ruim. Oh, caramba. Vou colocar isso lá embaixo. Não? O Golias que vai me ajudar? Como é? Deixa eu ver aqui que eu não lembro direito o plano, não. Ah, tá. É pra levar só pro Golias mesmo. Vai dar um jeito de enfiar isso lá dentro. Basicamente lá é um mundo que tem magia, só que só algumas pessoas podem usar, tá ligado? mais me pegou mesmo é que a arte do mangá é bonita pra caramba, bem detalhada e tal. Aí eu fiquei curioso pra ver, porque achei bonita e comecei a ler lá e tava maneirinho lá o primeiro capítulo. Também não sei de muita coisa não, mas é basicamente isso, acho que deve ser a sinopse lá.
I'm here. I've got to say, that barrel sure gets heavy.
Great work. We're all ready and waiting for you.
I came as fast as I could. Getting your hands on something like this isn't easy. They guard it closer than silver.
But you did it. Now we just have to wait for nightfall.
What's the plan?
As soon as darkness falls, I'll send out some fellas to cause a commotion on the other side of the mine. Then we'll carry the barrel inside and bang!
What do you mean by commotion?
We need to lure away the workers and guards. The fellas on the other side will start a fire, so that everyone wants to put it out.
I'll wait until the evening here with you.
Make yourself comfortable. Have a cup of wine.
Então, assim, tipo, de início não parece ser nada muito complexo lá, não, pelo que eu li no primeiro capítulo. Mas, pô, a arte do mangá é bonita demais, porra.
Surprise of ours. If I'm not mistaken, he did it. The others are stirring up a panic in the meantime. The miners have already gone to put out the fire with the guards, so we'll have the whole mine to ourselves.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You're in charge of the best part. You'll carry the barrel into the mine shaft, to where the main supports are. There should be a red rag hanging from one of the beams. That's exactly where the best spot is.
Christ, how the hell am I supposed to find that?
Head straight, then right at the wheelbarrow. You'll manage. Then you'll light the barrel and run for your life. The whole thing will collapse like a house of cards.
What'll happen if I don't make it in time?
You'll save on a coffin. The gravedigger. You've just got to make it.
All right. Well, wish me luck. I've got a feeling I'm gonna need it.
Just don't dawdle. Everyone's in a panic for now because nobody knows what's actually on fire, but it won't last for long. I'll come with you to the adit and keep an eye out, just in case. Come on now, let's move. With me, move it. They won't be putting out the fire forever. There's no time for chit-chat, lad. Move it.
Where now? Wasn't I supposed to go a different way?
Eu vou lá saber, Henry. O cara disse que era pela direita do carrinho. Que ferrou mesmo. Calma. Meu Deus do céu, tô perdido aqui já. Acabou.
Definitely been this way already.
Mano. Palhaçada com a minha cara, né? Uma viga marcada com esse vermelho. Tinha falado isso? Não lembrava não.
Wasn't I supposed to go a different way? There's the beam with the rag on it. Now to get out of here. Quick.
Agora, como é que a gente sai daqui? E por que eu tô sem a tocha? O que tá acontecendo, velho? Por que eu não tenho uma tocha? Não, o jogo tá querendo me matar mesmo.
I should get a move on. It'll blow any moment now.
Damn, that was some bang. You got all your limbs? My ears are ringing like hell. I'm alright otherwise, I think. You were real fucking lucky to make it out on time. I'd say you cut it down close. Good thing I was there and dragged you back to camp. You owe me an ale. Each and every one of you. You've got it. Just as soon as we get back to the hole. Now what's all this?
In the name of His Majesty King Wenceslas, you're all under arrest for crimes against the crown.
You say Wenceslas, but mean Sigismund, you dirty rat.
Cara, que filha da puta que fez essa parte aqui do jogo, viu?
We got held up by the fire. It's a miracle nobody lost their life. But as I can see, there were much worse things going on. Now hand over your weapons and surrender.
Are you fucking shitting me? Surrender? Never!
This is your last chance. Surrender or die.
Now the only blood that will be spilled today is yours.
Porra, escutar baixinho de boa. Agora o zumbido no ouvido é paia, velho. Porra.
You swipe!
Amen to you.
You want surrender? Stop fighting!
Ei!
You won't escape punishment!
Pera aí! Por que ele fugiu? Não! Por que ele fugiu? Ele me deu... Ele me deu... Por que ele me deu... Pera aí, pô. O cara foi embora e me deixou sozinho pra brigar, pô. Cara, que vagabundo, velho. Ele tá correndo até agora.
You wanna try me? I'm gonna stick you like the pig you are. Now you'll see what we do with criminals, bastard. You should have yielded. I've been waiting for you.
Die, you wretch!
I'll hack you up like you deserve. Do it! Don't think I won't cut you to pieces.
You can't take me!
Ele tá correndo de mim? Porra é essa? Por que ele tá correndo de mim? Ei, o que eu fiz de errado? Fiz o que de errado? Ué. Eu fiz alguma coisa errada. Cara, calma aí, calma aí. Então, não entendi não o que é que eu fiz de errado ali não, pô. Os caras tava querendo brigar comigo, eu fiquei pra ajudar ele, o cara fugiu e agora tá com medo de mim, pô. Porra é essa? Pô, foda que voltou daqui, né? E... Sequência, tem um maluco de novo. Qual o problema? Eu não queria usar aquela poção, velho. Se eu não usar, eu não vou saber sair, então... A poção de enxergar no escuro é boa pra caralho, mas o problema é quando fica de dia. Não enxerga mais bosta nenhuma também. Beleza. Vai ter a conversa de merda. Não, não. Passa rápido isso aqui. Será que eu consigo amedrontar eles?
Let's go, fellas. My God, Edwin. I didn't expect that of you. You saved our bacon. We probably shouldn't stay here for much longer. You're right. Let's get...
Devo ter tentado isso da primeira vez. Não vou mentir que eu queria bater neles, mas, pô, já como evitar a fadiga aí do maluco bugar. Vai deixar assim. Não vai... Esse barulho não vai parar, não, é? Acho que eu vou deixar pra ir pra Kutná depois. Posso falar com o maluco depois lá, não tem pressa não.
Quick.
Aisley. Nada, relaxa, pô. Carnavalzinho, né, pô? O povo tá ocupado aí com 1 milhão de coisas, então dá pra gastar um tempo aqui jogando pelo dia também. Tô aproveitando aqui. Vai que a gente consegue zerar o Godwin, pô. Bêbado como sempre. Foda. Vai que a gente consegue zerar aqui o Kingdom, hein? Já pensou? A face. Daqui é a minha cama? Tem cama aqui nesse lugar? Ó, vou dormir aqui. Porra, a poção ainda não passou o efeito, pô. Pelo amor de Deus.
Henry. And a good morning to you too. Have a nice one, eh?
Próxima coisa que eles devem adicionar no jogo. Tem falta. Bom dia. Poção pra cortar efeito de poção, cara. Como não? Meu Deus do céu. Eu tenho que arrumar outra tocha.
Greetings, Henry. Son.
This doesn't seem too bad.
Não tá tão ruim não, vai.
Can we start the meeting? We don't have much time.
Aye, we're all waiting for you. Right, gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all. Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
Well, to tell the truth, we were lucky as hell. We got there before it all started in earnest. That's why we managed to get those people out.
Lucky my arse. We gave those bastards a fright. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people's suffering so entertaining. But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
Except that Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Fuck all! Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Berghoff will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Berghoff. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Sir Hans here is right. It's starting to piss me off the way Von Berghoff's been stringing us along all this time.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard.
Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger was holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To take a cost like that, we'd need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Berghoff, use at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. She told me Von Berghoff has his cannon stashed away there. Seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec, and it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed, what then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh? I sure as fuck haven't got the coin.
That's enough! Von Berkow has to die. Painfully, and above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not enough of you, this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
Where did you get such a fortune? After what happened?
People in Kolin decided to help. They are looking after our refugees and want to send everyone a strong signal that we will not be silenced.
Aha! So that's why you were so eager to go there.
We really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you've got a couple of more purses like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Maleshov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
Not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlec, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
I was afraid you'd never ask. I can just see the look on von Bergov's face when we point his own cannon straight at it.
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berkov and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. We'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Henry, can I have a word? Henry, you have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Thanks for putting in a good word. It definitely came in handy, because it wasn't nice at all. Lots of violence and death, countless foes. We could have easily kicked the bucket any moment.
God damn! What happened there?
I don't know if words are enough. Simply, it was just like Skalitz. Confusion, screaming, dying, and then the flames. The worst part came when the gate fell. It was as if the bloody gates of perdition opened for a moment, and hell surged into the world.
God protect us! God damn it! I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side, but you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them, and when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels! Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honored. Thank you, friend.
Just a moment. This bow looks familiar. I believe I saw it among Margrave Yob's things.
Good heavens. You really don't miss anything, do you? When I found out that Yobs would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh. And it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine, shoot some deer and celebrate with wine, like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
Yeah, but it was memorable.
Fazer uma caçada, pô.
Again, because, as you yourself heard, there's no reasonable mission here for the noble lord of Lipa and Perkstein. So all I can do is head to the woods and make sure we don't die of hunger here. You'll come with me, right? We promised Shishka some meat, after all.
Você prometeu, porra.
The gallows at Trotsky didn't teach you a lesson, eh?
Oh, come on. That was a one-off. Let's not make it a tradition, eh? Come on, we'll clear our heads and stretch our old limbs. What do you say?
What if we get caught?
Then Lord Capon of Perkstein will explain to them that he and his page are hunting on the local lord's land. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Listen, I found this great spot in the forest near Bohuniewicz, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
Você é um merdinha, meu irmão. Cadê o arco que ele me deu? Bora, meu amigo. Ei, ei. Aí deu caralho, hein? Onde é que você saiu, bicho? Cadê a flecha, rapaz? Pai, GTA V tem coisa pra fazer, viu? Na história já tenho 20 horas de jogo após isso, só fazendo os conteúdos secundários. Cara, eu juro pra você, pois eu nem lembrava que GTA tinha missão secundária.
I smell a big roe deer, maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Ratai. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
In your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Aye, right. We were nearly killed at the pond. We got into a fight at a wedding. A tower collapsed on us.
But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget.
Yeah. When we tell our story back at home,
the girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember how it turns out. A jealous husband nearly drowned you once.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off butcher.
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? This always happened. Helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Desse acampamento é aonde? Ah, vamos, vai.
Let's go.
Tem 58 missões secundárias, mas apenas 20 conta por 100%. Esses 20 tem alguns que precisam fazer conteúdo de coletar para conseguir liberar. Mas pelo menos é da hora. Cara, eu juro que eu não lembrava não que tinha missão, essa quantidade de missão não no GTA. Carai. Tem muito tempo que eu joguei mesmo. Vai lá, vai lá.
Wait, can you hear that? There are people in the camp. Bloody hell. Soldiers. Sigismund's men, judging by the colors. Shit, there's a dead body. Over there, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. He must have stumbled across them. Those bastards will pay for this. We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Ratai that time.
Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
All right, but I'll do it on my own. Nice and quiet.
What about me? Am I supposed to just sit and watch?
You'll be ready to back me up if things get messy.
Oh, all right then. Just get rid of them. Huh?
Pray for a quick death, bastard. Attack! Come and help us!
And you'll get another right away. What are you waiting? And it's done!
Meu Deus, o baú tá bugado aqui, não consigo. Opa, consigo. Porque esse aqui nem aquele lá aquele submerso. Nossa, não tem dinheiro. Os equipamentos são merda. Caralho. Miséria, hein? Que miséria. E aí, agora?
And that's that. I've got to say though, you stick out like a monk in a brothel. Next time we go straight at them together.
Oh, it didn't exactly go well. But they're dead now. That's the main thing. And what about the dead bodies?
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right. Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Of course.
All right. You take care of the doe. I'll start digging a grave.
Ô, louco. Ah, se bem que também ele é tapado pra poder... pra poder tirar a carne dos bichos, né? É literalmente como os velhos tempos mesmo, nada dá certo.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Bergov came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there, well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces. Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
I understand.
It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
They didn't let you out at all? But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
What did von Burgov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information about Radzig and Hanush, and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with, and that.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit. And then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
Interessado no brabão, não. Cadê? São lá do coisa, não acredito que eu... Bora logo nela. A gente vai falar com a Caterina lá. Ai, ai, ai.
Go! Quick!
Go!
You almost ran me over.
Oh! Are you trying to run you? Do your shopping here. The finest buy
Our main purpose. Don't you see me?
Hey! You nearly ran into me.
Quality goods.
Yellow and red. Buy some apples.
Are you trying to kill me?
Women of virtue, gather round and listen. I have quality goods here.
O cara ainda tá aqui.
You're always welcome here, noble sir. See you soon, my friend.
No, damn it. I'll get you. I'd like a beer.
Are you going to do laundry today? My friend, you have no idea how glad I am to see you. Have a seat over here. Let's drink to our success. It's on me.
I'd be a fool to refuse that.
Cheers, Henry. Oh, we couldn't have done it without you.
Don't mention it. We've all got the same goals.
But not all of us are willing to sacrifice something to achieve them. If it wasn't for you, I'd never have discovered that snake that's been hiding in our guild for so long. I'm sure Knuckles would have tried to tilt the whole operation in his favor.
What happened to him?
Our brothers and sisters took care of him.
Ué, ele tava ali na frente.
And all thanks to you.
Assim não aconteceu nada.
He got what he deserved.
I believe every person is good at their core. It's their circumstances that make them evil. We can judge actions, but not merits. But enough philosophical disputations. To your health, and to the Guild of Kuttenberg.
To the health of good King Wenceslas, and all those faithful to him.
May all traitors burn in hell, and the world be brought together once more under the banner of unity. May the rotten church burn down, along with all its gluttonous prelates. May the peasants rise up like a storm and wash away all that should have been washed away long ago. May the kingdom of Christ arise and last 1,000 years.
What now? Will you continue doing what you've done until now?
Once I celebrate what we accomplished here, I'll leave to the countryside for a few weeks. I'd like to spread the word of God among the farmers there.
Aren't there priests enough?
Fuck the priests. What good ever came from them? I want to spread the true word of God, just as our Lord did before the Pharisees had him crucified.
What'll happen with the guild now?
We'll hold off on any major operations for a few weeks, until all the buzz surrounding the mines dies down. Smaller actions against Sigismund's people in the city will carry on, because they continue to be disgustingly rich. But it'd be best to wait before we do anything bigger again.
Aren't you worried we'll be followed now? Sigismund will surely want revenge for the collapsed mine.
Where there's no evidence, there's no culprit. Eldris would put himself at risk if he talked about where he got the powder. And besides Knuckles, I vouch for every one of the guildsmen.
Even on the torture rack?
Hopefully it won't come to that. And besides, Sigismund has plenty of other things to
Que a prata?
Thank you, Chenyak.
Tem não disso aí, meu amigo.
This isn't farewell for long. Until Sigismund and his army leave this place, we'll continue to make plans against him. We just have to lay low for a while.
Of course.
Tem mais missão com ele, então?
Keep your heads down. But my task isn't over yet.
And I wish you the best of luck, Henry. You're capable of great things.
Obrigado aí, meu amigo.
This is unbelievable.
Ain't that enough yet?
Os caras estão brigando lá na frente de novo.
Why did he do it?
Tem nenhum lugar pra gente se lavar aqui, não? Deixa eu ver pra onde é que a gente vai agora. O meu ícone de missão dele sumiu nada, né? Vai ficar aí pra sempre, pelo jeito. A gente podia vir pra essa cidade aqui.
Hey, yay, good people! How you'll learn that
Pra que eu desço do cavalo, pô? Tem que ir lá no acampamento do Sigismundo, pô.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. What do you?
Greetings.
Then I'll fucking pay you.
But sir, that's what you said last time. And the time before that. And now I ain't no material to forge anything for you.
How dare you speak to me like that, you louse? You've forgotten who's in charge here. I know full well you rob our soldiers here. You get them to pay for repairs you never do.
But that's not true.
Then you're a right idiot, and I'm not surprised you don't have a groschen. You'll make me new horseshoes, or I'll deal with you.
May God give you health, sir.
Era, pô... Podia por olhar? Não interagir com nenhum dos dois, pô. Uai. A gente foi nada agora.
Can that be right?
What break here?
I'm telling you, ain't I? Your men smashed all my pictures. And on top of that, they drank nearly a whole barrel of wine. And poor Dorota had to flee to the
Você se mete em cada lugar, hein, minha filha? Bom dia.
Well, do you have any news about what happened to Mandalina?
Oh, I
Oxi.
hate it when I'm...
Já achei isso no olho dela. No rosto dela.
Instead of burying that fucking hag alive, they gave her house arrest somewhere in the countryside because they said her soul is ill. Oh.
Well,
Porra, o que aconteceu com o rosto dela, meu?
anybody anymore, right?
And how can you be so sure? What if it overwhelms her again? She grabs a knife and rips open some poor sleeping woman like a lamb.
I'm sure they'll hide the knives from her and lock the women up at night. They know very well what she did.
Damn it, Henry, don't be a fool. Oh, I still think I should have cut her throat.
Now she's maybe got away with it, but not for eternity.
For eternity. I'd enjoy the idea of her burning in hell if she were already there. She can still do more damage while she's alive. What would you say if I kept telling you to forget about Sigismund? About revenge?
But that's different. Sigismund is still here and hurting people. That helper of hers who really murdered those girls is out of the game. She can't manage it herself. She's not a threat to anyone.
But what if she is? If anybody else dies because of her, then it'll be my mistake. I'll be burning in hell with her.
I wouldn't worry about it that much. She got away with it because nobody realized what she was. That's not going to happen now.
Maybe you're right. At least, I hope so. And maybe when I find out where she is, and it's not going to be so bad, eh? There's a solution for everything. And you helped me a lot with it, Henry. I have to reward you. Here. Take it.
Glad to hear it.
O que aconteceu com o rosto dela, mano? Uai. Vou dar esse aqui pra ver.
Ah, there you are.
Henry?
Não, é uma bosta.
What are you doing here?
Algum bug de iluminação.
Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ.
Porra é essa?
Come up with another plan, haven't you? All right. But you better come this evening. We're too easily seen right now.
Parei que as minas estão todas assim, pô. Não, tá. Deixa eu ver.
Ghastly weather.
Não, aqui, ó.
Good afternoon.
Show me your wares.
What can you do? Maybe next time then.
Não, pior que tá mesmo aqui, ó, nos ombros dela. O rosto dela não tá zoado não, mas no ombro aqui tá escuro pra caralho. Mais alguma mina por aqui? Tem, né? É verdade, olha lá, olha lá. No pescoço dela, que porra é essa? Que isso? O que aconteceu com o jogo? Caralho, que porra. Que porra é essa, filho? Eita. Caralho, tá bugadão, filho. Bizarro. Parece falha de iluminação. Ah, é o esquisito que só tô percebendo isso agora, ô John. Eu tinha percebido numa mina lá atrás, mas eu pensei que era porque tava de noite lá. Tava com a iluminação bugada. Mas agora de dia, realmente.
How's the watch going?
Not too bad. It'd be better if it wasn't raining, though.
Pô, não tinha percebido... Nossa, piscando? Porra, é essa que tá acontecendo mesmo? Acho que o jogo tá beliscando aqui, hein? Não tinha visto não, esses problemas não. Comecei a ver hoje isso aqui. Não sei se nos outros dias tava zoado assim. Uai. Aconteceu. Teve alguma atualização? Sei lá. Mas eu vou ter que parar por aqui também. Aproveitar, vou dar uma pesquisada depois. Parece falha de iluminação. É, então, esquisito. Esquisito demais aquilo ali. Não tinha percebido não. E aqui bota pra verificar a integridade dos arquivos. Vai que, né? Sei lá. Chamar a atenção agora ali agora que tá de dia. Bizarro. Cadê? Verificando aqui. Ah, bom. Eu vou dar uma paradinha por agora. Mais tarde a gente volta aí. Valeu demais aí vocês que apareceram pela live aí. Vou aproveitar e vou dar uma pesquisada nesse bugzinho aí, ver se tem mais alguém tendo essa bizarrice aí. É que a gente voltar aí, vai tá resolvido. Valeu demais. Até mais tarde. Mais tarde aí que a gente continua o Kingdom. Valeu, falou. Eu fui, viu? Valeu.